Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever! Ladies and gentlemen, today things are going really well, actually. We have a lot of bus lines that are bringing people from all around the country into Colchester. Colchester is basically the hub of this entire world with a population of 543 people and growing. But what I'd like to do today is make it a bit easier for people in other towns to get to Colchester. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and start adding some bus stops around these other towns so that people can basically easily get to the station and then to Colchester and so on. So we're going to do this kind of thing. We're basically just going to put the stops sort of all around here to give a nice bit of coverage to everybody there. So if we do that, then immediately go and make the line. We'll move the line manager up to there, go for a new line. So what we're going to do is we're going to start there. We're going to go there. Then out to there. Then up to there. Okie dokie. Then down to there. Over to that spot. Then out to there, where it is admittedly going to have to do a U-turn in the middle of the road, but that's fine. And then back to the Partington Exchange. And that's fine. Because that's going to get people around Partington to the station, and we're going to use that as a test. So P-A-R-T-I-N-G, Partington Loop. We're going to use this as a test to see if people actually use this as a way to get about. So what we're going to do is head up here, and for one, we're going to sell the vehicles we have in here. Just sell just everything, basically. Just sell all of you guys. There we go. Then go here, and what I want to do is buy some road vehicles. We're going to buy a few of these guys. We're going to get them in that blue color. We're going to get ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and they're going to be set excuse me, they're going to be set at the Partington Loop. And my thinking is that that should hopefully incentivize people to get a bus to the station to go to Colchester, to go to wherever. There's already quite a few people waiting here. So there are a lot of people in Partington that want to go elsewhere. Or alternatively, some of these people might be waiting to go elsewhere in Partington. Either way, this helps. Having this loop around the town helps because it means that people are going to be, you know, maybe they might queue up for a bus to go over here. It's a definite possibility. It's just, you know, we'll see what happens. In terms of money, I mean, everything we have is kind of making money. The tram loop isn't. To be honest, I don't think the tram loop's ever going to make money, so I'm probably going to maybe sell that at some point. And the Partington loop isn't really making anything either, but I don't really expect it to make anything just yet. The point is to give it time and hope that it actually works. What I could do is add a similar thing to Bingham, because Bingham is where most of our money is coming from. So I guess we could give that a shot. The problem is the station is so central that it's going to be difficult to get a line that leads to it, but we'll see what we can do. Let's start with a station there, or a stop there. A stop there. A stop there. And there. And up there. And there. Okay. And my thinking for this is oh, what have we got? New train wagons. Not really interested in trains just yet. We'll look into that later. So we'll start there. Going to there. Going down there and then up to the station. Then from the station to there. From there to that stop and that stop. And I think that's everything. Yeah, that sort of works. So that is the Bingham Loop. So Bingham Loop. That'll do. And we need to get some vehicles on that. So the hope there is that will be effective. Having a look down here, still not really seeing anyone using the loop itself. Oh, actually, I say that. I tell a lie. There's a guy waiting there. So maybe they're just starting to use it. Either way, I don't think it'll hurt having this kind of, you know, letting them get buses to other places around the town. Something tells me that might be a good idea. So let's go ahead and get a run of buses to Bingham then. We'll go and get the blue ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Set them to the Bingham Loop. So those guys are going to head off and do their thing. So many people waiting in here for a bus right now. I can only... Wait, what? Oh yeah, now the green buses are the intertown, intercity buses. The blue buses are the loop buses. That's fine. I was very confused about what was going on there. What are you guys waiting on? Is that the tram that they're waiting on? I have no idea. Either way, I'd say things are going all right. Having a look down this way again, still not really anyone waiting. Having a look up here, yeah, also still not really anyone waiting. I guess that's all right, though. Oh my god, I will say, I'm honestly blown away by the fact that this is working. 590 people in here. We could absolutely look into, some industry at this point. I mean, we have the vehicles to do it as well. It's not like we're going to be using horse wagons to do all this stuff. Like, we could maybe look into getting some livestock down to the food processing plant. The livestock would be coming in from Bingham, interestingly enough. So that's always an option. I mean, if we have a look here, we can get ourselves this thing, which can take livestock. We have this as well, but I don't really think we want a horse cart. We could alternatively look at a train. We could have a cargo train that runs from Bingham to Partington, and then, you know, have a couple of trucks that take the goods back and forth between the station there to the facility, and then from there to the... Yeah, that could be an idea. But I do want to keep an eye on money. Because currently the Bingham Loop isn't really making much. This tram loop I think I'm going to sell. I think the tram itself can be sold. It's not really making anything. The loop around here doesn't seem to be all that effective either. Which is admittedly a little bit disappointing, but... Oh, the Colchester loop still remains popular. This one, someone waiting there. Yeah, it's just these loops aren't really proving to be useful. Everything else is. I mean, everything else we have going. I mean, look at the money is just climbing constantly. Look at this. Now, that Bingham line is ridiculous. I think that's partially helped by the fact that it's so quick. Which kind of makes me think, if I could get my other lines done to like 2 minutes, like a 2-minute wait at most, like that's 122 seconds is how often those buses are getting there. Same with like the loop, you know, it's 57 seconds and the bus gets there. If I could get everything else done to like 2 minutes or less, in theory, that could be profitable. I mean, it's definitely an option. Granted, even with that Bingham line, it still doesn't seem like it's enough. I don't know, that's, Huh. I don't know, that's maybe working. I feel like we might need more buses in the Bingham line, because there's a lot of people waiting to go up that way. There's a lot of people waiting to go up there, and they just transferred for some reason. Okay. Where are they going? Where's that? That is the... Oh, that is the Colchester Bingham line. Okay. And then that is the work via Colchester Loop. Okay, so the Colchester Loop seems to need more people. Or more buses. Oh, I have no idea what's going on. I just know I'm making money and I'm so happy about it. Oh, God. I've played this game a fair bit recently. I haven't once managed to be successful. This is the first time. Like, before I sat down to record the previous episode, the first part of this Let's Play, I recorded 6 different part 1s each one of them failed. The problem with that, and the problem I find with this, not a problem with the game, it's a problem with just the way these games work, is that you don't discover your fatal flaw and the fact that none of your stuff is working until you've played like an easy 60 to 90 minutes of that game. Because you'll have enough money to live and get by for the first 30 minutes. In the following 30 minutes, things kind of fall apart and you're like, oh, what's going on here? Can I save it? And then the following 30 minutes, just disaster. So each time it was like 90 minutes of, you know, it would have been a shorter app, wouldn't have been a 90-minute episode, but it would have been, you know, chopped up into like a 30 to 45-minute episode. Each time it was just failure after failure after failure. And it kind of sucked. I'm so happy though that this is working. Like the money is just rolling in. The Colchester tram loop's not losing me anything. The Bingham loop isn't losing me. Well, it is losing me, but everything else is profitable. Even the Warminster line is getting there. Kind of makes me think putting more vehicles in all the lines might be an idea. How many vehicles does the so Buntingford and okay, you guys need new vehicles. So Warminster still has 6. Let's give Warminster 4 new vehicles, and then we'll get the other lines sorted. So by road vehicles, what are they? They are they're going to be the green ones, aren't they? Oh, no, that is a full, proper truck. So let's get, I think it was that green. 1, 2, 3, 4, and set those to the Warminster line. And then the Altrincham line needs 6 new vehicles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's set you to that one. And then so does the Buntingford one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Set you to Buntingford. Then I need to go through these vehicles. Look at all these windows. Look at all these windows. Good lord, it's noisy. Oh, it's noisy. Let's send all of these guys back to the depot. My god, that was getting loud. Send you back as well. Send you back as well. And then, what are you doing? That's a bus, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, and depot. Depot, depot. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Depot, depot, depot. Okay. So that's all of my vehicles upgraded to those buses. The tram loop, I'm actually just going to delete because we're not using anymore. As for everything else, I think that's probably going to be okay. Hold on, the Bingham loop just made money. That's interesting. The Warminster line's down to 97 seconds, which is very good news. What have we just unlocked? We got a new boat. Okay. I'm not really interested in boats, to be honest. I don't think I will. I don't honestly know if I'll touch boats on this particular game. So just having a look up at Bingham, it certainly seems like the loop is getting a little bit of traffic, which is pretty cool. A little bit of pedestrian traffic. It is making a slight bit of money. The Buntingford line's not making much at the minute. The Altrincham line isn't making much either. It has just slightly recovered, so that's good to know. It seems that it really does seem that if you have that kind of, 2 minutes is the longest you're going to wait, you're going to make a profit. The only one that's causing trouble is the Partington loop, but I honestly don't think it's actually going to make anything anyway. So I don't know if I'm too worried. Something I am very tempted by still is to go ahead with the idea of getting some trucks out to these lumber mills. Or sorry, the forests, and then bring the wood around to this sawmill. It is very tempting. I don't know if there's much point, because it's probably not going to make me money, but I mean, if I'm making enough to if I can just keep making money with the public transport, I think I'm willing to invest a little bit in this sawmill idea. Just for the time being, at least. So we'll do that, we'll do that. Then what we're going to need to do is get a large one of these guys just over here. And throw it just there. Then what we need to do is create some lines. So this is the Warminster Forest... Warminster Forest... Wait, hold on a minute. What have we just got? Oh, I need train. Warminster Forest... Oh, they're both Warminster Forest. Okay. So what we'll do is create a new line from there to... I mean, that's going to be a big line. Can that not actually connect? Or is that too long? Because it doesn't actually have a connection there, which is strange. Let's just delete line 1 for the time being. And what might be an idea would be to... I guess connect them through? You know what? We probably don't need this. We probably don't need 2 of them at the minute. Let's just connect a road through here. I really don't want the tram tracks. So go to there, and sort of just pull it around here a little bit. Pull it around here a little bit. And just have it head over that way. It's not going to be too expensive to do. We're back up above 6 million, so I don't think I'm all that worried about money at the moment. Go to there, and go to there. Alright, so we'll do that. What I'll do as well is just sort of connect that little space through so it's an easier sort of turning thing. And that seems fine to me. Alright. So what we do is we grab a line from here to there. And that is going to be, I guess, Warminster Forest to Mill. I guess that's what that's gonna be. That'll make me a little bit of extra cash through taking goods to here to start producing wood. Wood can then be turned into products, if I'm not mistaken. So if I go here, no, that's the steel mill. That's coal and iron into steel. Wood can be combined with steel or plastic to make goods. Unfortunately, I don't really want to invest in... in goods and all that stuff just yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here. Oh, hello. You all need to be sold, don't you? All right, let's just double-click you for a second. Hold on. Let's do that. Then start selecting the vehicles and sell all of them. There we go. A bit of bonus cash. Let's then buy this, and let's make it, we'll go for red for the truck. We'll buy 3 of them. So 3 of those guys, set the line to the Warminster Forest to Mill, and away they go. Some nice big red trucks heading off to do their thing. I want to get a quick screenshot of those, because that's going to be the thumbnail, because they look kind of awesome. Yeah, that kind of works. I'll do the job. Alright, quickly screenshot that. That'll do. Good. Good to know that I can quickly do that in a video. And those guys are going to head off to the mill. And in theory, what's going to happen is this forest is going to start producing wood. There is actually no production there at the minute. That's interesting. Why is there no production? Let's have a quick look at Warminster. What do you need? So... I wonder if perhaps a... Oh, there is production now. So production is now increasing. Okay. So we now have wood showing up there. We should see the trucks, I assume, head off through Warminster. It seems the trucks are actually slower than the buses as well. Interesting. Okay. How are we doing in money terms? The Bingham Loop's still making money. That's not making much at the minute. The Partington Loop seems like it might be worth just scrapping. It never makes a profit. Which kind of implies that it's just not getting used enough. There's just not enough demand for it. Which kind of sucks. But everything else I have just makes so much money that I guess in a sense it doesn't really matter that we're losing a little bit. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. As for these guys stuck behind the bus, I mean, they're just gonna have to wait, I suppose. I am curious to see, though, just how much money we will make from the lumber that we're going to take down to here. Hopefully a fair bit. Hopefully we don't end up having a line that is going to be completely useless. I mean, here's the question as well. Is Warminster growing at the moment? I would assume so. Yeah, I assume that's the population. So the population is just steadily increasing, so I assume that a steadily increasing population in Warminster is going to be useful for keeping its facilities running. I would assume so anyway. And assuming is really all I can do. What I will say, though, is it's pretty cool having, you know, our first industrial line set up here. I mean, with the profits being made from public transport, it's pretty interesting. I will say it kind of looks like it might be worth getting more buses to Buntingford. How long do they have to wait? 3 minutes. Yeah, Buntingford is going to need more buses. So let's go to here. Let's buy road vehicles. Let's get a bunch of those green buses on the go. So we'll go for 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Set them to the Buntingford line. And what's the wait time you have now? 107 seconds. Perfect. All right. Oh, have you guys got goods already? You probably didn't pick anything up, did you? Now that I think about it, you probably didn't pick anything up. None and none. All right. Well, you're not slow on that road, so that's probably all right. You have logs, though. So let's have a watch and see what's up. It's quite a nice place out here. Quite a nice place indeed. Let's have a look then. So, you guys are going to pull in there. That's fine. Your buddy's on his way with some goods. 915 per kilometer, I think. That's quite a bit. What are you looking at then? 27.7k. You know, you might... Oh, this is actually slowly getting there with money. Or it was. This might actually make a profit. Which would be really nice, actually. I slightly have my doubts, but the production here seems to be okay. So hopefully we can look at a nice profit there. It also seems like the, yeah, this line is finally getting some use. Is it making a profit? Not necessarily. Is it losing a shed load of money? Not as much. So that's good. Buntingford is hopefully doing all right. It seems like giving Partington a few more buses might be a good idea. Same with Altrincham. Though Altrincham seems to be doing fine with the 3-minute wait time. It's up above 100,000. Let's give Partington 4 more buses. So let's go buy some road vehicles, buy some buses, get them in the green killer. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And set you to the Partington line. We just expanded up there. Look at that. Oh, this place is expanding so nicely. I'm quite okay with this. Quite okay with this indeed. So what is the wait time for the Partington line at this point? 129 seconds. That's fine. This is actually making a profit as well. Good lord. I'm honestly quite okay with this. So you would take planks to where? You would be inclined to take planks to there. What if I set up a line for that iron and that coal to be taken to... Where's the steel mill? That's the steel mill. So, there's a couple of things of coal over there. And there's one thing of iron over here. Is there more iron on the map? Yes, there is, right there. Oh, that's tempting. Let's go ahead and set up another truck line here. So give me a truck station just in there. And give me a truck station just... honestly tempted to say up there by both. I think a couple of lines there might be a healthy thing to do for the sake of the just the amount of iron that we'd be bringing. We'd be able to bring iron into that place so much quicker than we'd be able to bring coal. I think having 2 lines bringing coal in versus the 1 iron line might be a good idea. So we'll do that. We'll do that. And honestly, another iron line wouldn't hurt. It's a bit further away than this one. But for the time being, we'll leave it as is. Let's go ahead and do a large truck station just there. And then set up the lines. So this new line is going to run from there, Buntingford West to Buntingford Central. So that is going to be Buntingford Iron to Mill. That's fine. So Buntingford Iron to the Mill. Then we're going to do a new line again, which is going to be Colchester Coal to the Mill. So we'll rename that as well to Colchester Coal to the Mill. Okie dokie. And then this is probably going to be Colchester as well, because it is quite close to Colchester. So this will be Colchester Coal 2, I assume. Yeah, Colchester transfer to the Mill. All right. So Colchester Coal 2 to the Mill. All right. Then I think the iron line can probably do with 2 trucks. Then these two can have 3 each. So let's have a quick look here. Let's go for iron can be orange trucks, I guess. So let's do 2 trucks for the iron, which is where? Looking for the iron one. That's the forest. There it is. Buntingford Iron to the Mill. That's fine. Then the coal ones are just going to be black trucks. Actually, we'll do white trucks. 1, 2, 3. Set your line to be coal number 2. Then 1, 2, 3. Set your line to be coal number 1. So some expensive business, definitely. But the hope here is that we can start producing some steel. Then once we're producing steel, we're already producing planks. We can take the steel, we can take the planks. We can make some goods, which is useful. We're basically, like I said right at the beginning, we are using public transport to fund industry. And that's really cool. For me, that's a really cool way to be funding everything here. And we are still making money. If we look at it, you know, 214,000 for the Bingham line, 157,000 from the Warminster line. We're getting, you know, minus 3.9 on the thingy line. Colchester Loop's making half a, you know, 55,000. This mill line's making 100,000 on its own as well. Oh my god, this is brilliant. This is really satisfying. Like, this is really satisfying. There's iron already sat there. The trucks are already arriving up here. Oh my god, that's really cool. It really is just super satisfying to see all these vehicles moving around, doing their thing, making money. Making a lot of money as well. Wonder how much, what have you got here? If we look at your details, you've got, so that can be ordered from suppliers. So what I'm assuming is that you can basically just keep on storing planks. Yeah, so you can keep on storing planks. Okay. So that is the number of items which can be ordered from suppliers. There's 84, I assume, up there. Is that what that means? It's 52. I assume there's like 84 sort of that you could order in. Alright, so the planks are there. We're just not shipping them out yet. That's fine. I assume none of these guys coming in here actually have anything on them. Logs, nothing, that's fine. Nothing. And nothing. Those are the coal trucks, aren't they? Yeah, those are the coal trucks. That explains a lot. Okay. Fair enough. These guys are heading over here to pick up the first allotment of iron. Which is pretty nifty indeed, if I do say so myself. There we go. There's him heading in to grab all of that. And then his buddy's going to be over soon as well. And that'll probably make a decent amount of money as well. Like, if we're honest, that'll probably not be bad in terms of money. I'm also just looking and thinking a bridge over here could be a good idea. Because it would mean that technically these, the trucks could sort of go down this way as opposed to heading back through Colchester. Though I do like that Colchester is basically... Yeah, you basically, to get to the... We'll call this the north, because that's sort of the way I refer to it as. If you want to go to the north, you go through Colchester. Which right now, I think, is probably helping Colchester, because it's got a population of 723. Which is kind of ridiculous. Looking at Warminster. Population of 349. Not bad. Definitely not bad. I am very curious, though, to see you drop off that iron, because I want to see how much you're going to get for me. Also, let's just point out 7.7 million. Not bad. Oh my god. Let's have ourselves a little look then. What have we got? Get over here. Get yourself in there. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? We're looking at 20.8 thousand. So not that much, realistically. Like, that's not much. So it's entirely possible. I mean, currently the coal lines aren't making anything. The iron to mill has the potential to make something. We'll see how that goes. The Ultrantium line has dropped a little bit. Everything else seems to be holding up, though. The Partington Loop is actually making a bit of money there. Which is possibly the most surprising thing out of all. So now you're going to drop off a bit more iron, which is fine by me. You are coming in with coal, I assume. Yeah, 3 of 8, though. So not a full load of coal, but that's fine. You're going to drop that off and give me 31.6 thousand. So you are now producing steel. So we're now in a situation where we can set up steel and planks to be taken to... here? The goods factory, yeah. So we want to set up a... what is this? This is Buntington Steel. So new line from here. So, oh, hold on a minute. We actually need to delete that new line because it's got nowhere to go. So it's going to be Buntington Steel to Partington Goods Factory. So Buntington Steel to Mill, basically, is what we're going to call this. That's fine. Let's go for a big one of these guys again. So just sort of throw it over there, possibly. Can I put it there? Terrain alignment collision. Why? Interesting. Put it on this side then. So there we go. That can go there. And now we're in a situation to set this up. So it's going to be a new line from there. So Buntington Steel to the mill. And then rename, of course, B-U-N-T-I-N-G, Buntington Steel to mill. Alrighty. Then the next line is the Warminster planks to the mill. Alrighty. So hook that up. Let's go ahead and rename it to Warminster planks to the mill. Alright. And then we need vehicles. And I'm thinking that maybe just 2 of each? 3 of each? I don't know. Let's go for 2 of each. So buy some road vehicles, grab a couple of these. Steel... Let's just go for the same color in both of them. Let's just go for this sort of strong blue. So 2 of those are going to go on the steel to mill. We just got aircraft. Oh, we just got aircraft. 1, 2, and... So that was steel to mill. So Buddington steel to mill. Then I need the Warminster planks to the mill. Alright, so those guys are going to head off and do their thing as well. That's fine. So hopefully that's going to make some significant cash. That's the dream, anyway. Because, I mean, I'm making significant cash in every other way at the minute. Interesting that the Bingham Loop has dropped off a bit. That's surprising. The planks to the mill aren't making much. The forest to the mill is making a bit. Yeah, that's interesting that the Bingham Loop has dropped off. It was doing okay. But this guy here, I'm thinking, should be alright. I do wonder... So the shopping facilities say they need goods. What I'm wondering is... I'm gonna put a truck station just sort of right in the middle here. Maybe not. We'll put it over here, since this road has nothing on it right now. So we'll put a truck station there. And what I'm wondering is if I was to set up a line that was from there to there. So that's Partington Goods to Colchester. In fact, let's just call it as it is. Goods to Colchester. There's not going to be anything on that line just yet, but what I'm thinking is that in theory, if we took those goods to Colchester, would that further help Colchester to grow? Colchester, by the way, 686 people. I feel like that's getting smaller. Has that got smaller, or am I imagining it? Was that not above 700? Or am I legitimately just imagining that? I have no idea. I actually have no idea. What is interesting to note is that we are almost above the amount of money that we started with. We started with 9 million. We basically had a $9 million loan. And we do have to repay that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to start repaying bits of that loan. We're going to knock ourselves back down to like 5 million. So we have 5 million left to pay. And to be honest, we can probably pay that off pretty quickly. I feel like we're making enough money. Like, we are now making a profit. Basically. So, let's pay off another million. And let's just keep on making this money. Keep on raking it in. And keep on hoping for the best. What is that? That thing's terrifying. So let's see, what's going on with all these lines then? Oh, I realize there is a fairly, that's a fairly lengthy drive around there. Might be a good idea to get a road going out this way. Linking those guys together. Because this road could be useful. Might be a bit shorter to get to this spot, but I don't know. We could always link a road straight across kind of through there as well. I think we're probably okay. I'd say we're doing fine. 4.4 million. Let's go ahead and repay another 2 million. I think once we get to 3 million on this, I might pay off my entire loan. Because I'd say that's going to be possible. Having a look at all my other lines as well. I mean, if we... Can I expand this window? I don't think so. That's kind of a shame. The steel to the mill line is taking a long time, which is probably why that's not profitable. The planks to the mill is taking a long time as well, which is probably why it's not profitable. The forest to mill is doing fine. Honestly, having a higher frequency for steel and planks to the mill is going to be a good idea, but in general, we are still making enough money that I don't think it's too much of a concern. So, I think what I'm actually going to do is take a risk, and I'm going to pay off my entire loan. Can I repay another 500k? What happens if I repay 500,000? Nothing. Good. I was slightly worried that that was a button. But there we go. We have, in 2 episodes of this Let's Play completely cleared off the loan that we started with. We started with a $9 million loan, a small loan of $9 million. What we've done in just a few years is manage to pay all of that off. And we're now sitting quite comfortably on a profit, mostly through public transport. And can I just point out, one of the first comments that I remember from one of the Let's Try episodes was, isn't it a bit funny that this game's all about transport and in City Skylines I'm terrible at transport? I would like to think that in this particular situation, in this particular game, I'm decent at transport. Some might say I have a transport fever. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it there for today. Next time, I reckon we look into expanding the loop thing, so that Buntingford can have a loop, Warminster has a loop, and this place up here can have a loop as well. This place, by the way, I think expanding? Yep, a little bit. So yeah, I want to give everywhere its own loop, and possibly look into trains. What is that? Is that a new bus? Is that a new bus? Have we just got a new bus? So 8 passengers, 11 passengers. Almost twice the price to run, though. We might want to look into getting that next time. We're not doing it today, that's for sure. What I will say, though, is, yeah, it might be a good idea to have the... Instead of having trucks to take the stuff from the steel mill and the sawmill to here, it might be a good idea to set up a train. So that, put a train, like a cargo station like there, have the steel and have the planks brought to the cargo station. Then from the cargo station, we run a train that takes both over here at the same time. That might be a way to go ahead and manage things a bit better. Might be. We'll see. Either way, ladies and gents, thank you kindly for watching. This has been part 2 of our Transport Fever Let's Play. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.